good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we are finishing off the drums for Joe and Barrie Glenn. So strap yourselves in. But first, we're going to kick off with a song by wonderful moderator of the channel and awesome friend and talented musician. This is Starr, and it's a little bit of a waltz. Hello, welcome to the show. Wow, how awesome was that, huh? How dapper and sexy does Starr look in that too? I love it when somebody dresses for the occasion for their video. That means they give a shit. Wonderful stuff. So that is Starr, wonderful moderator here, and you know him from his band, No Emus, which is quite a bit different than that stuff. But that was absolutely awesome. I had to play that today. And speaking of, before we get into the show, Starr has a live stream coming up this week. And can I find it? Oh, I don't want to do that. Can I find it? It is on his No Emus channel. So I'll do a search so you can see how to find it. And I'm sure he's going to put a link in. I'm sure it is on there it is there. No Emus Live. It is happening this week after my show. I'm not doing an interview this week. I'm doing a Warts episode on danger and in your music. No fear, taking risks in your music. So this will be following. What am I doing? This will be following my Warts episode on Thursday if you're living in the rest of the world. Friday morning here in Australia, so Thursday. He'll be directly on after my Wart episode on risk-taking and danger in music. And he's going to be his first live stream playing his music. He's done a test live stream where it was pre-recorded and it was awesome. But he's built a studio and everything, so it's going to be really cool. So hopefully you'll all catch that. And there's the link in the chat. Thank you very much. So it's going to be cool. Cool. Alrighty. What do we have to say? Well, my name's Jade. This is How to App on iOS, where every day I take a look at apps, talk mental health and well-being, talk creativity, making things, making stuff and things, and also do interviews with artists, creators, developers, you name it. And on the weekend, I do a live stream where I play my music for you. So it's a little bit of everything over here on the channel. And you know what? 99% of the time, I'll be talking. It is what it is. What do you think of that, Gordon Ramsay?
Stunning.
Absolutely.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Yes, totally. Absolutely stunning. So we have a lot to get through today on this show because I am wrapping up the drums for Joe and Barrie Glenn's song. And we're going to get to see behind the curtain on some of the difficulties I had with this and how good it has turned out. It has come out really, really awesome. And I'm sure Joe and Barrie Glenn are going to love it. Well, I hope so anyway. If not, you're getting it for free, so shut the fuck up. What do you think of that? Thank you very much, Peppy. No, it's been a pleasure to do this. Keep my mind occupied. The next thing that I'm working on, to keep my mind occupied, because at the moment I'm having trouble singing and doing long periods of time actually recording vocals. So doing these little side things has been a good help to mentally stimulate me. I'm currently recording some guitar for a track for Josephine DeSmet, who's here in the audience today. Let's say hello to all the folks here. Josephine DeSmet is here. Hello to you. Mr. Back from Doing Time, Audible Video. It's Finish, all right? Not Finish. It's goddamn Finish. Anyway, Joe and Barrie Glenn are here. Cy, effing good to see you, is here. Adam Burse is here. Who else do I see in the chat? And then I'll tell you some exciting news. Kev Hart. Hello, Kev. Good to see you. As always, thank you for sending me those videos, those extra Gordon Ramsay videos last night. They were absolutely
stunning.
And I needed some more Gordon Ramsay in my life because I'm an addict. I can't. If I could shoot Gordon Ramsay into my veins, I would. Gary Hubbs, hello to you. What am I talking about? Jesus Christ. Tremor Bear, hello to you. Oh, that bear's getting more aggressive each time. Sean Chandler, hello. Anyone else I'm forgetting? Let me just go through and make sure I've got everybody. Capsalam, hello to you. Rhodey's Jam Cave. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Alrighty. Let's talk about this. This is pretty cool. Can I do this? I don't know. See if I can. Let's go here. Let's go do this. Let's go back there. Let's do this. Let's hit my channel. 2,000 subs, folks. Just hit today 2,000 subs. Can I go big screen? I think I can. There it is, right there. 2,000 subaroonies. It's been a long road. Man, I've worked my ass off just to get to 2,000. Hopefully, the next 2,000 comes along a lot faster because, man, it's been a journey. pretty excited. Thank you all so much for all your awesome support and, following the stupid show that I do here every day, which is, it's a info apptainment show. I know a lot of people come here expecting to see a tutorial and go, hang on, there's all this talking. It is an entertainment show. It's a daily show. It will be changing soon as we move to season 8. There will be some changes coming to the channel. New thumbnails and stuff. A new little character, a cartoon character that I've been working on. And there will be, hopefully, if all goes well, a daily dose each day, which will cut down each live show into a small thing for you to get a look at an app in a little bite-sized thing. So hopefully that's all going to go down, and it'll probably happen in the next week or two. But that's coming on the cards. So, yeah, thank you all so very much for the kind words. And it's Gordon Ramsay's going to be on the show. Man, I would love to get Gordon Ramsay on the show. How cool would it be? It would be
Stunning.
absolutely stunning. It'd be stunning. One stunning risotto. Stunning. It would be so stunning. I would be so happy. Maybe I'll try and do that. Who knows? Maybe I won't. What's going on with my OBS? Do the thing, OBS. No, not that thing. This thing. There we go. All right. Jade's kitchen shite mess. Actually, I'm a pretty good cook. I was a chef for most of my life. It's probably why I'm addicted to those shows. Anyway, I'm rambling. Rambling, as usual. All right. Are there any price drops? Shall we do that quickly? And then we can jump in to the drums. Do I have a page set up for this? Well, let's see. I haven't checked this morning. Well, there you go. There's one extra thing that's been added to the price drops. That is Visual Synthesizer, which is a app I did a review on a while ago. It's only dropped $1. Hey, it's pretty cool. I am hoping over this year maybe they do some updates to really bring it on in. But yeah, if you want to know about it, you want to see what that's all about, go and check the previous show I have done, like most apps. I don't know how many videos we have here. So what are we? Episode 519, I think this is today. 500 and something. So there's 500 and something videos for you to go and have a look at to check out apps. There's plenty of back catalogue for you to go and do that. That's all we'll look at for price drops today. And if you really want to, I've had over the past getting on to 2 years. In June, it's 2 years. I think it's 63 amazing creators on this channel I've interviewed, which is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt,
Stunning.
And if you go to my page and go to playlists, you can find everything set out in playlists, which is really cool. And if you want to find all the interviews, the amazing artists I've interviewed, look at them all here. There is so many, starting with Pete Johns. We've had people like Jordan Rudess on the show. We've had Hollywood actors like Iota from Mad Max, comedians from the UK. We've had everything, developers, musicians, you name it. It's in this amazing list of creators. So go and check that out, yeah? Alrighty. Let's talk about Joe and Barrie Glenn's music. First off, let's talk about this. So they sent me a track. Hello, Michael Nervous as well. Sorry, I missed you there. Just checking the chat. And thank you all for the congratulations on 2,000. It's wicked. It's exciting. Now I can stop looking at how many subscribers there are, because the last few days it's been, for fuck's sake, just click over. Just click over. Just do it. Put me out of my misery. So let's go back a bit and look at Joe and Barrie Glenn's song that they sent me, if I can find it. So they sent me this, and they attempted for the first time to put their own drums to it. And I listened to it and kind of went, it's a little bit out, and we'll talk more about that. So let's listen and hear where we were before I began this. Little bit out there.
There were 3 brothers in merry Scotland. In merry Scotland there were three, and they did true loves which of them should go, should go, should go, and turn rubber all on the Solder Sea. The lot it fell first on Henry Merton, the youngest of all the three, that he should turn rubber all on the salt sea, salt sea, salt sea, for to maintain his two brothers and he. They had not been sailing for the...
So I'm not going to play all of it, but there you go. So, and basically what they were doing was using the auto drummer and then trying to chop it all up to make it fit in with everything. And as I showed in, I think it was the first episode or maybe the second, who knows? I don't know what day it is. When you chop an auto drummer track in GarageBand, it tries to alter itself to suit the cut, and it'll add in a fill, and it's quite hard to do. You know, it's quite a job because it's constantly changing to update your chops. It's constantly trying to fix things for you because it thinks it knows better. So this is why I do these shows, to try and encourage people to break away from the auto drummer. Right. So if you watched the past two previous shows, let's open up the track. That's not GarageBand. So I've changed the name of the file now to Henry Jade Drums Master. And now you'll notice along the top, look, all the drums are done. They're all in there. Everything's done. So I have finished it. Now, what I want to talk about is how important it is to stay on the beat and use the click track. So why were Joe and Barrie Glenn having trouble using the auto drummer and chopping it and getting it all to fit in? Part of the reason is because they write trad folk music, and they are quite, how can we say it? They're quite floaty the way they write music. They tend to like go, now hang on, now you have to remember this isn't a criticism or anything like this, trying to embarrass them or putting anybody down or making anyone feel shit. This show is about making mistakes, because once you make mistakes and you start to learn, you get better. So this isn't trying to like call them out and make them feel bad or anything like this. But going forward, I mean, if they can get closer to their click track and then collaborate with people, then my job doing drums is going to be a lot easier, because I know, I was waiting for it, Joe. In trad folk music, they call it free time. And you know what, Joe? I was thinking it all the way through going, this is just them. Like, you know, it is what it is. But so what I had to do, if you go back to yesterday's show and watch, you'll notice I was putting all the drums in time, but there were bits that were floating in and out. And I was like, oh man, I'm seriously going to have to go back and look at this. So what I had to do eventually, I put everything in time to the click track. And then I went and created another track and jumped on my electronic drum kit, which is seated over there, which you can't see. And I played along to it and tried, because I'd listened to it for so long. I'd had it in my cans for an hour listening to it. I pretty much knew where the parts were that kind of floated a bit and then floated back in. And then I played to the drums and floated along with it, and then brought that back in here and then started re-editing it, which is what I've done. So for example, let's find a bit where that really is a thing. It's probably towards the end here. Yeah, here we go. So let's open up this particular drum track here. I'm going to open up the edit screen, and you'll see this is the start of that section right there. And it hits on the note. Now look where the second bit is. It's off the note. So there it is right there. It should be right on there. Yeah. And you can see it's I've had to bring it a little bit forward. So the next note, it's a little bit forward again. This one, look, it's heaps forward. We've come 2 forward. And you can see by these little markers here how far I'm coming forward. If we keep going, I've gone back to 1 forward, then we're back to 1, and look, by here we're back on the beat. Yeah. So, and the beautiful thing now, this technique is not going to work with death metal, all right? Because death metal is extremely precise. Yeah. where stuff like traditional folk music is absolutely floaty and you know, it grooves in and out, so you can get away with it. And when you hear what I've done, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I would never have noticed if you didn't point it out. And so that's what I've had to do with a lot of the drums here. Hello, Hermit Lobby. Hello, Brad Example. Hello, who else have I missed? I got Sean Chandler. I think, hello to, I think I saw Ben, me, myself at iPhone. Hello to you. Folk, I'm not so sure about folk metal. Maybe you could go in and out of the beat with folk metal. Barrie Glenn, I would hardly call it a technique. Look, anyway, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take this drum track here, now that it's all done, and then we're going to add a bunch of blank drum tracks, and we're going to split all the parts. We're going to take out the snare, we're going to take out the kicks, we're going to take out the toms, we're going to take out the rides and the crashes, and then we're going to have them all in separate tracks, so then we can mix them down and get a lot better feel for the drums. Now, this middle section too, as you remember from yesterday, I added in here, I recorded my drum, my handmade drum, this thing here. Let's try this camera, maybe get a better view. There we go. So we actually recorded my drum into the actual, because it's got such a nice sound, you know. And I thought it would be a nice touch to add my own drum that I handmade into their song. So we've got that in there, but I added a whole bunch of other stuff too. I added some Indian beats in there as well. We've got a shaker in there. We've got some toms, and we've got some taiko drums as well. So what I'll do is let's just play the song, and then we'll get into it. So we'll let you hear how it is at the moment, and then we'll get down to breaking all these parts up so you can see how easy that is to do. So you've got more control over your drums, shall we? Let's have a listen to it. And I hope you guys like it, because it's I think it's really cool. I love it. I love the end bit the most, where it breaks down. I love it heaps. All right, let's do it. We shall hit play and let it do its thing. I'll turn down my microphone so you can't hear me breathing.
In Mary, Scotland, there were three, and they did true loves which of them should go, should go, should go. And 10 robber roll on and sold the sea. The thought it fell first on Henry Merton, the youngest of all the three, that he should turn robber all on the salt sea, salt sea, salt sea. Been sailing the long winter's night and part of a short winter's day, when he espied a stout lofty ship, lofty ship, lofty ship, going down on him straightway. Hello, hello, cried Henry Merton, what makes you sail so nigh? A rich merchant ship bound for fair London town, London town, London town. Would you please put a leg in my thigh? Oh no, cried Henry Merton, this thing it never could be. For I have turned robber, we're on the salt sea, salt sea, salt sea. For to maintain my two brothers and me. Come lower your topsail and brail up your mizzen, bring your ship under my lee, or I will give you a full cannonball, 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 and all your dead bodies drown in the salt sea.
So there you go. Not too many parts out of time. But as I said, it took a lot for my drumming to bring it in and out of time, because it was a very floaty track. But yeah, I really like this middle part where we, let's solo this out and show you what I've done with the drums in here. So this is the middle part. We have these. Pretty nice. We've got some Indian stuff going on there. Let's see here. And then we've got some toms up the top. Just to take it out into something a little bit different in the middle. So what we're going to do now is work on these drums. So and something else I will cover. I have done a fair bit of, and Joe and Barrie are probably looking at their track going, why are there so many chops in all of our music? All our music's been cut to fuck. There's all these cuts I've done. It was to try and make things fit, and I'd spent a lot of time down here on Joe's backing vocals. Look at these. There's a whole lot of cuts in here just to make things like this line up, because they, I love Joe's voice and I want it to line up just so you can hear. And these backing tracks, just to show you.
Hello, you spied a stout, lofty ship, lofty ship, lofty ship. Come bipping down on him.
And this one.
For fair London town, London town, London town. Would you?
So just to bring some of these all in line, you can see, just to make them in line as much as possible, to get it sounding as tight as I possibly can. So it hasn't been mixed yet or anything like that, but we'll get to that. It won't take too long to mix. But today we are going to bring these drums into individual tracks. So that is what we're doing now. Who have I missed in the chat? Hello to Beat Surfing. Beat Surfing 2 has just dropped, folks, and I'll probably be doing a show on that next week. It's really cool. It's like an early release at the moment. It's very cool. I've been on the beta for a little bit now. I've been playing with it every day. It's very cool. Very cool. I sound like Pete Johns. Very cool. Very cool. Who else have I missed? I think I missed Alex Backus. Hello to you. Brad Example. Did I say hello to you? Brad Example. I think I've got everybody. Andy Goldsby. Hello. Andy Goldsby has just popped in. Boom. There he is. Alrighty. So what we're going to do now is these drum tracks up the top. I want to make a duplicate of this track. So what I'm going to do first is be forward thinking. Go in here, hit select, and make a duplicate of this project. And we're going to do this in number 2, because always good to make a backup in case you fuck everything up. So we're going to make a duplicate of this drum track, and then we're going to go make a duplicate and a duplicate and a duplicate and a duplicate and a duplicate, and we're going to keep duplicating shitloads of drum tracks. So if you thought, oh, I've run out of tracks. Oh no, I tried to rename that. What's going on? Cancel. Don't want to rename. We'll make another duplicate. I can't make any more. So there we go. It's going to be tight. So first, what I'm going to do is, at least we have the drums saved in another project. So now I'm going to go in here, grab all of these, drag across all of them, and click on it. And then we are going to merge. We're going to join them all together. So now they are all in one complete file. There you go. All good. One complete file. Nice and easy for me to go and grab pieces out of it. And we're going to start off by taking the snares out of this. So we're going to click on this track, hit edit, and we want all these snare tracks here. So as usual, take your marker and take it to the very first portion of what you're about to chop out, which are all the snares. And you'll see why I'm doing that. And then drag your finger from the very, I'll show you here with my extra camera, drag your finger across all those snares. And then we want to cut and get out of this. And then in the track underneath, we just want to touch it, hit edit, and then just paste it in. anywhere you want. And what it'll do is paste it right at that marker that you set previously. So now all those snares are on a second channel. So we're starting to break this up into our individual drum parts so we can actually mix this down much better and add different crash cymbals. Because this is the problem with GarageBand drum kit. You only get one crash, which is not how drum kits work. Most drummers have 3 crashes or something like that. So we've got the ability by doing this to add an extra crash cymbal, and so we've got a variation in crashes just to give it that more realistic sound. Yes, indeed. Let's jump into this top track again, and next we shall take the toms. So here are our toms, and we want to set the marker again at all of the toms, and once we've done that, draw over them all, cut them, and we're going to dump these in a new track underneath. Edit, paste, sweet. So now all our toms have their place, their own little track under there, nice and easy. Once again, back into our top track. Edit. Next we will take all of the ride, because I haven't put any hi-hats in this at all. I just thought it was, because it's such a floaty song, I just put all ride hits in here and just make it a nice ride along song. So we've selected all these, put our marker at the start, cut, boom, done. And we want our 4th track, edit, paste. So it's pretty easy to do. It is a bit time consuming, but absolutely worth your time to do this, because you're just going to get a much better drum sound at the end, because you can mix this sucker, yeah? Instead of going in, because if you don't do this, you've got to go in and individually select the parts and change the velocities. And velocity isn't volume, really. It's the power that you are playing the actual pieces. So you want to use volume and velocity together, right? So let's edit this. We're going to take out the crashes from here now. Here they all are. Boom. Love that sound. It's annoying as fuck. And we are on track this one. Edit, and we're going to paste those in. And that now has separated everything. We have the kicks in the top track up here, snares, toms, rides, and our, yes, exactly, audible video. Velocity gives you different articulations and timbres. Timbres. What do you think about that, Gordon Ramsay?
Stunning.
Exactly. And we've got 2 drum tracks spare here, so we can add in some different crashes. See, we've got 2 there, which is neat. So now, when we start playing this song, we have total control. We can pull out our kicks. Bring our rides down. We want to bring the crashes down a little bit.
Lofty ship, lofty ship, lofty ship.
And the other good thing about doing this as well, you now have the ability on these individual tracks to go into your settings for each of them and add your desired effects to each part of the kit, which is important. You may want to just make that kick drum a bit dirtier, put some distortion on it, make it stand, you may even want a different kick drum than what's in this kit. I'm using the Bluebird kit. Now you can go up here and change kits and mix and match parts, because I just got another subscriber. Thank you, Michael. I'm nervous. So yeah, you might want to change the different kind of sound of the kit. You might want a different kick drum to the one that's in this kit, different hi-hats. The SoCal Chinas are really nice compared to everything else. It's got a really beautiful, clean sound. So, which is probably what I'm going to add for the second crashes in here. Now, this is the painstaking bit. Thank you very much, Kim Harden Hudson, for the Happy 2,000 subs. Yay! Gordon Ramsay says.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Thanks, Gordon. I love you. All right. So we have our crashes here. This is where it gets messy because I want to alternate these crashes. So this is a bit painstaking. And I probably won't sit you through all of this today because we've only got 20 minutes to go. So basically what I do to do this is copy this track, put my marker here at the beginning, and then copy it into the next track below. So now we've got an exact replica of all the crashes. So now I'm going to change in this second track here. We're going to go up here to Bluebird and we'll change kits. Let's change it to SoCal because the Chinas are nice in this. And now this is where I have to go in and then see how we've got now double hits. You have to start doing this. Remove. And you start chopping things up. There are a bunch of ways you can do this. You can remove stuff like I just have there, backed it off a little bit. But now we've got these two, and I want an alternative crash in here. So what I'm going to do is now click in here, open it up. So as I said, you'll see this is quite annoying, and delete it. So now you listen to the first crash.
Three brothers in merry Scotland. In merry Scotland there were three, and they did true love's rich chocolate.
And what's good about this, you'll notice, because we're using two different drum kits, the Bluebird kit has the cymbal. It's a centered cymbal. It's a centered cymbal, so it's centered coming into both headphones. But this one is over in the right side. So then you could even really get nitpicky, and it's worth it at the end of the day because people will notice this stuff in cans. Yeah. Then with this other track here, I can go and once I've done this, separated these out, then I can go in and add a different crash, which is just coming through this side. So then you're getting the full effect of a middle crash, a left crash, and a right crash. And they're all different sounds, so it's breaking up that monotony. And the reason, again, I'm going to harp on it, if you are using GarageBand, and there is no problem making music using GarageBand on iOS. There's plenty of music that has been released using iOS that is of super high quality. All right, just because it's free doesn't mean it's shit. But it has limitations. But these are ways around those limitations. Because, and I'll say it again, and if this is you, don't get weird about this and feel you're self-conscious. But over time, the more you hang out in communities, where GarageBand communities that are making music and releasing them, and you're using the auto drummer, you will start to hear the same fill that you used in your song and the same sounding kit on other people's songs. And it's noticeable. Once you hear it, you can't fucking unhear it. It's an issue. It is for me anyway, but I'm just a Virgo perfectionist living in an imperfectly perfect world. So we've separated these first two crashes. So here is the painstaking bit. Now we've got these two here, and instead I'm going to, you've got two ways to do it. I could do a split here. So I could just do a split and then can move that out to remove it. So there's that way. Or I could have gone in and actually just into the edit screen and deleted it from there. So now we have an alternate there. And for this one, we'll just go... let's take this one out. Cool. And then we'll go in here. We'll edit. We'll take this one out, delete it. And this is the process that you have to go through. So we'll have a listen to hear these.
Three brothers in merry Scotland. In merry Scotland there were three, and they did true love's rich chocolate. Should go, should go, should go. Hunt and rubber roll on the solar sea.
Now what I did there was utterly wrong. Because I'm a dickhead. I should have removed. Let's just bring this back to here. Right, so what I want to do is remove this one. And you get that. Mistakes make us better. You've got to laugh at these things. Let's remove this one instead. And then we'll go in and remove this one. So yeah, it's just, and it's up to you how the patterns you want to do. So you can do your back and forward. And maybe for this last one, let's just go in here to this drum kit. And we'll add a new kit in here. What do we do? We'll do, let's try doing the Classic Studio. And what we'll do is we'll copy this. Let's start doing this. So we'll hit edit here on this. Hang on a minute. Did I hit the right track? Have I got us? Yeah. Hit edit on this next track and we'll draw in a symbol, a crash. There it is. And then we'll select these two, we'll split them, and we'll just pull those out of there. So now we've got a completely different symbol. Let's hear.
Should go, should go, should go. Hands and rubber roll on the solar sea. The thought it fell first on.
Nice, yes. And then we've got that extra symbol that's it now in the left side. So we've got a middle, we've got a left and a right. And the beautiful thing is we can mix to taste. Like that one's a little bit toppy. And the one thing I'm going to do with the final mix down of these is really pull these cymbals back because they don't need to be loud in this song. They need to kind of, I'll probably do an overall velocity drop of them all too. So they're not hard hitting. They're just soft cymbals. It's important because this is a traditional folk song. It's a trad song, so it doesn't need massive hits. This isn't a metal song.
Three brothers in Mary, Scotland. In Mary, Scotland there were three. And they did true love's rich and should go, should go, should go. Hands and rubber roll on the solar sea. The thought it fell first on.
See how much softer they are? It doesn't annoy you. You don't want your crashes to like stick out and take you out of the moment of what's actually happening. The vocals are telling the story. So it's a trad folk song. It's you're in this for the moment, for the story, for what's happening. Henry's going to die or rape someone or get cancer or I don't know, some plague. He's going to spread it. He's going to kill everybody because that's what trad songs are. It's just a disaster. But yeah, so you can start to see these cymbals are going to look quite messy by the end. Let's go skip a bit to this section here where we've got these this middle section. So this is definitely where we're going to benefit with these cymbals getting altered here. So what we'll do is we'll just put a chop in here. Oops. So we'll split these here and we'll take out this first one down here. There. We'll go in here and we'll remove this one. Goodbye to you. And what we want to do is take out this one. Where are we? So then we want to add that one down here. Turn on our select and add it right there. So now we should have, where are we? Am I doing this right? I can't even, right. So we got 1, 2, 3 cymbals. Here we go. Sweet. Now we're going to this one. We want to remove here. And again, it's up to you. You alternate what you want to remove, how you want the order of the cymbals to go. Awesome. So we're going middle. We're going here, 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 here. And we'll keep that pattern up. And really, what I can do now is just Let's do this to make life easier, if you can call it easier. Maybe, I don't know. Let's just split this track. And we'll split this one here as well. And we'll bring this one in. So what I've done here is try to create a block. So we'll just split this one up here too. Bring this one into uniformity. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, because that is the order of crashes we've got in this section. So now I can just hold my finger down. Let's show you with my iPad. Don't need this in the screen today. So there we go. So now I can hold a finger down here and then just touch to add these 3. So there's our 3 symbols. Now I can copy this and just paste these in place for this whole section. So paste, paste. Oops. Thanks, GarageBand, for moving one forward. I hate it when it does that. Paste. And are we right here? I think we've only got one more. So what we'll do is, hopefully I've done this right. It looks like it's out now. It is. Look at that. Let's go back. I love undo. We want to go, so 1, 2, we want to go here. Let's just do this. So we need to go, we need to go symbol here. That's where we need to go, right there. So paste, and that should be all of them. So now we can remove these blocks. These have got nothing in them. And now, let's see how this sounds. And I've missed one, and that's all right too. So let's just go put that in. And that is, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and that's about here. So let's just put in one there. This is good fun. It's like Tetris. Says me, making mistakes. And now we have that one in there, and what should we'll put that down here. There we go. So let's hear them all. Sweet. So it does begin to look messy, but at the end of this, once I've chopped all these up into parts, then once again what I'll do is glue them all. So, and again, to glue them all back together, you just select them all like this, touch and hit join, and you'll join them all back together so it's all one block. So there we go. We've got 8 minutes to go in the show. I don't want to go over time or anything like that today and bore you with chopping all these symbols up. So hopefully you can see exactly what we're getting, what the benefit is of chopping these things up and doing that. It's just going to sound more like a real drum kit. Again, I'm going to talk about this too. You will notice with the ride here, let's just do a solo of all the crashes and the ride. You will notice that wherever there's a crash, like here, there's no ride. I can't stress this enough. If you're doing your own drums, I know I've said it every episode out of these 3 episodes, don't put in a ride where you're hitting a crash, because drummers don't have that many arms. Always think about when you're programming and making drums like this for an acoustic kit, think about how the drummer would be hitting. If they're doing a tom roll, you obviously can't have a ride in there at the same time while he's doing a roll. It's impossible. It doesn't work that way. So you'll hear that when I show you these, all this china. Perfect. It just will make an absolute difference. And you'll see when you're using even the auto drummer, it does that. I love these rides in here. Let's just check these out. Hello, Sith. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, in yesterday's show, I was trying to do some ride hits, if you recall. Let's bring this back out. Let's go there, and hopefully go to my custom. I was trying to do ride hits. Doing but I thought at the end of it, you know what? There's already so much going on in this song. There's so many parts. I don't think it really needs to have an overcomplicated ride, so I kept it nice and simple. It was cluttering things up way too much. So yeah, that's if you saw yesterday's show and saw that I was doing that in there, and I just kept it nice and simple. And what I instead put in this part, so just simply going. And that was just on my drum kit, which is over there. If you don't believe me, there's my drum kit over there. You see it? There it is in the corner. Excuse the messy table with all my vape juices on it. So that's where my drum kit is over there. So that's how I played a lot of this in yesterday. I think we're good. I think all we need to do now is have a listen to the song. And you're probably going to hear, because I haven't finished chopping everything up, you're going to hear some double crashes in there. So what is next? What is next? Next, we will be, well, I will be, fixing, just sorting these cymbals. It'll probably only take me 20 minutes to do that, getting them all in place. And then, let's just scoot that off. Then I will be doing a mix down of this, and then on Sunday's show over on Le Patron at patreon.com/Jade Starr. If you'd like to become a member, you can join from as little as $1 a month. And each month, there it is there, I master your song. So you can send in a song each week and I will master it for you live on the show. And that's what I'll be doing with this. I'll be having the mix down, final mix down. I'll send that to Joe and Barrie Glenn to have a listen to. And then on the Patreon this week, I will master it down, send it to Joe and Barrie Glenn, and then they will make a video clip with it. And the next time you hear it publicly will be the finished version. If they don't have any complaints, and if they do, they'll be talking to the fist. Won't they, Gordon?
Stunning.
Exactly. That's the way we roll around here. So yeah, that is today. We're wrapping up today's little 3-part series. It was impromptu. I didn't really plan on doing this series this week, but you know, again, I heard their drums, thought, you know, stuff it. I'll jump in and see what I can do for Joe and Barrie Glenn, because the great supporters of this channel, and they make great music, and I like stepping out of my comfort zone. Yeah, because everybody seems to think I'm this metalhead only, where I don't just play metal. I play so many more different styles. So I like challenging myself to do these kind of things. And I think it's coming out okay. I think we're all good. Great. Joe and Barrie say, get my comments up here, no complaints. Great so far. Yeah, you've got no choice. I jest. So, hello, Lou Reality. Sorry, I missed you there. All right, that's it. I'm going to go out and play the track for you one more time. And we'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. It's going to be an app, though. We're going to be back at looking at an app tomorrow. I'll decide and let you know what it is. And I don't know what else is coming up today. What day is it? It is Wednesday. Maybe Ron's got a show on. I don't know. I haven't checked what's up, if there's anything else on today. So, good stuff. And remember, guys, after this let's do one more community service announcement before we go. Where are we? Here. This week's show, there's no interview. This is what we're doing this week. Another Warts episode. We All Rise Together series, number 16. We're talking about the rewards of risk-taking music and risk-taking in life in general. And I don't mean jumping out of a fucking aeroplane. And I don't mean running in front of a car, trying to cross the road without getting hit by a car. I mean just general taking risks that won't harm you and harm others, but could pay off in the end. I don't mean gambling either, so don't get that in your head. But yeah, we're going to talk about risks and how rock and roll has lost its way a little bit, and because people don't take risks anymore. The reason 80s music and 90s music stands out, even 70s music stands out, 60s music stands out so much, because people took risks. They were dangerous. And these days, a lot of music is absolutely safe as fuck. Everything's got product placement in it. Everybody's trying to make some kind of monetary extra value. Video clips with an Apple Mac computer in it showing the logo. There's no danger. Everyone's safe as fuck. And that's why we don't have the amount of really interesting, fascinating artists that have stuck with us over the last 40, 50 years, like Madonna and so many artists who just stood out because they were absolutely individual. So we're going to be talking about that, yeah? And straight after this show, on Thursday, if you're living in the past, will be Cy Effen's first live stream performing his music on his channel, No Emus. If you want to put the link in again, Cy, in the chat, that would be awesome. So people can go set a reminder. It'll be straight after the Warts episode. And then after that, after Cy's performance, Pete will be doing a special edition of YML because he's going on holidays over on Studio Live today. And he's doing YML a day early. So you've got a big evening of entertainment on Thursday if you're living in Europe or US. Starting with the Wart series, Cy Effen Live, and then Pete John's YML. Big day, yeah? Awesome stuff. That is going on. Let's go out with this track. I hope you all have a... Thank you, Cy. There's the link, folks. It hasn't popped up on my thing to post. Weird. All right, let's go out with this track. Folks, as always, remember, mistakes make you better. Do the things that make you happy, and we shall all rise together, because that's what it's about, supporting each other, yeah? And being as creative as we possibly can, even when you're feeling like you can't be. Alrighty? I'm going to head off, relax for a bit, and then I'm going to work a little bit on some guitar for Josephine de Smet's awesome new song that she sent me to work on. Alrighty, enjoy. This is Joe and Barrie Glenn, Henry with my drums, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Looks like we're not leaving. What have I done? I've moved. Hang on a minute. I've bumped something. Hey, did I move that? I think I moved that there. Let's. I love rock and roll, man. Let's see. All right, so it starts there. Let's see. Awesome.
Three brothers in Mary, Scotland. In Mary, Scotland there were three, and they did true love's which a friend should go, should go, should go. And ten robber roll on the Solder Sea. The thought it fell first on Henry Merton, the youngest of all the three, that he should turn robber all on the salt sea, salt sea, salt sea, for to maintain his two brothers and he. They had not been sailing for long ship, lofty ship, gone down on a straight way. Hello, hello, cried Henry Martin, what makes you sail so nigh? I'm a rich merchant ship bound for fair London town, London town, London town. Would you please put a let me pass by? Oh no, cried Henry Martin, this thing it never could be. For I have turned robber, we're on the salt sea, salt sea, salt sea, for to maintain my two brothers and me. Come lower your topsail and brail up your mizzen, bring your ship under my lee, or I will give you a full cannonball, 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 and all your dead bodies drown in the salt sea. Roadside and at it they went for full 2 hours or 3, till Henry Martin gave to them the death shot, the death shot, the death shot, and straight to the bottom went she. Bad news to all England came. Bad news to fair London town.
Stunning.
There's been a rich vessel, and she's cast away, cast away, cast away.
Stunning. Stunning. Stunning.